namhlanje lenkosi enhle siya honor singasho njalo ukuthi semukele yena lenkosi enhle umnumzane Themba Masuku abafokazana sikuvusele ihlelo nekuthi sikubikele nje ukuthi lamhla ihlelo lethu sitawuhamba kanjena namhlanje kukhona lapha amasenge bese ngiyajika khona ngikhuluma nangesingisi lokhu ngikwentiswa ukuthi labanye kunetindzaba lapha badeka lengaphandle ngidivile lengifise ukuthi sebathathe ngale liqiniso tabe ulikhuluma ngako kungabomanga namhlanje lokuthi ngidahle ngigucuka ngikubuta ngesingisi kanti losoyiphendulile phindza ngiyibude futhi mhlanje ngicela ubavusele emakhaya mhlanje
siyavusela kubalaleli bemsakazo we-Channel Yemaswati.
Yebo nhlane empeleni sibonile ukukhuluma lapha press statements empeleni siyabonga kakhulu nje nokuthi vele sive uyasichazela nawe ndagain lokuthi kwentekani. Sibonile ke itolo lapha umemetela ikakhulu ubikela sive ukuthi abantu asebahambile emhlabeni kuletimo lethu sivelele bangaka. Ngakusichaze simbaba mayini lekuthinzile enhlane kuze ukuthi utoyikhulumisa lendzaba.
Mfulini angibonge. Ngisebenza kuhulumende lokufanele ukuthi anike emaswati lwati anike emaswati lafanele akwati siwakhulumise emaswati siwanike nethuba nawo lokuthi akhulume sineke sibuke kuvikela sive ngayo yonke indlela kepha ke lokuvikela ukuthi avikeleke emaswati kufuneka khona ukuthi ivikela wona athi ukuthi simo sinjani lapha ngokucala lo kwesibili ngilokuthi emaswati amanye akati ukuthi bantu babulalana la ekhaya bantu labanye bayatikhunga so kufuneka ke sibaside sikusho lokho ngoba nasikusho lokho atawukhona emaswati ukuthi akugweme ngoba into leshayisana livalo so ngiko ke sithe itolo asiwabikele emaswati ukuthi tinyanga nje letinzathu 3 nje wetinyanga sekuna 88 abantu abafile babulewe ngesibhuku labanye bakhona siyakwati lokho singalanza ukuthi babobani babulewe ngesibhuku labanye babulalana etshwaleni labanye bakhanjwa nje labanye bababulale njenga lomunye nje lo afike babulala emaphoyisa babulala emasotsha babulala kufuneka ade emaswati ukuthi kunebantu labahamba la ngaphandle benta lobubi lobunjalo itolo amikubona lamalanga siphindze sabona lokunye kubulawo lapha kusukume wonke umuntu khona kakhulu bangaphandle kwamini kepha ke ngithi nje simo lesifanele sisikhulume vele ngobelo lokusukumisa ukuthi sikhulume to inform the nation about what is happening laba khona la sakhuluma nange kutibulala suicide sibonile kukhulile kakhulu lapho la sithe khona kuna 46 nje labatibulele kuye lo 3 months kepha sibuka ukuthi konke lokho sitaphinze setame ukubatshela ukuthi singakugwema njani njengalo sibikile idolo nokuthi ke kokugcina kukhona abantu laba khuluma inhlamba akwethuke nje nawe Mamba lapha avele akhombise nje kwezelela vele ngisho la ku social media kanti phela sesinemithetho losho ukuthi nangabe wena i-hate speech unetinto letfukako noma wetfuka wena Mamba noma wetfuka mina kulokunye ukhanza sebagibelela ngetulo betfuka lapha sihlonipha khona sonke so uyabona ke sekhutana lokho ukuthi bantu abasukwenta lokho ngoba lomthetho lesinayo ithi kuyahamba hambe ngokukhanzi lo kwentako ngoba le cyber the computer crime the cyber crime ayifuni ukuthi kwenteke lokho mhlawumbe isitshela ukuthi wenta lokho ubucala.
Siyabonga kakhulu Nhlane. Sibonile futhi emakhasini abangqondo umshini lapha kubheke kuthiwa uhulumende sokune hit list yebantu labalwela idemocracy lasafuna kubabulala. Engabe niyayati in the list?
Ndluleni. Tikhona netindlo lo utiphendule njengoba ubutwa ngumsakati lofana nawo. Lokho akusiko nekuphendulwa ngoba indlo lengenangcondo le. Kude i-hit list lesiyati kothina. Asiyathi nothi ilungiswe ngibani yo hit list leyo nekokuthi ke nakune hit list ithi itakwentana. Kude umuntu lo nelungelo lokubulala lomunye. Kude i-hit list lekhona ngoba la kuleli velele kune constitution. I-constitution iyakwala konke lalabakusho. So lolona le hit list lathathe le hit list ayinike emaphoyisa asho lokuthi uyithethe kuphi atosebenza lo msebenzi ngoba ngeke ngasho kulenye forum ukuthi lapha sitawuxoxiswa i-social media ivuke ithi hey kunemadoda lalelela ntase sibaya kakho ungasaphumi ke landlini uva abantu bathi kuna la ku-social media nakuqhamuka khona ngoba ngicabanga ukuthi kuqhamuka khona lobhadlile uyadi umuntu ukuthi ukukuphi lokho sekude indzaba ye-hit list. Kwathi bacala bawasho ama-hit list asikawaboni imeleni leyo hit list nangabe ikhona.
Ngiyabonga kakhulu Nhlane. Kulesikhathi Nhlane ngidacela kuwe ukuthi manje ngithole i-interview na-PRO wemaphoyisa ikakhulu kunendzaba le ngifise singene kuyo lapha indzaba yemmeli wemalungelo Thulane Maseko losishile emhlabeni. Dinenge inkulumo etivelile Nhlane lokukhanya ukuthi tiqhamuka khona ku social media nakubantu nje labakhulumako. Ngithike noko asesihambe seni-Channel Yemaswati siyobuta emaphoyiseni ukuthi mbambamba lelo langa kwendekani la sengiyacela ke Nhlane ukuthi mhlambe wena bese soyayikhomenta nawe ukuthi ngabe kulokukhuluma kwakhe ukuthi ngemvume yakho ngicela ukuthi ngiyengene Nhlane.
Ngiyolungile.
Siyabonga kakhulu.
Siyakhumbula singamaphoyisa ukuthi mhla ka-21 enyangeni yesibili ku-2023 singamaphoyisa aseBhunya sathola liciko lolubuya kumake Maseko ekhaya washayela linye lemaphoyisa lakhona eBhunya lesebenzela kuhlangothi lokubaseshi lesithi i-CID. Leli phoyisa ushayela ngoba kulawo malanga bebanekuxhumana kakhulu kulandzela ukuthi kokugceziwe leti tolota khona kaMaseko leti lacela kwe-police station. Leli phoyisa ke leli ngelo belisebenza lendzaba uphenya lokugcekeza labekwendekile. So bese banikene ke tinombolo ngalokuthi bebanekukhulumisana kakhulu vele kulo lelo viki lelo. Washayela lona ke leli phoyisa. Ngenhlanhla ke leli phoyisa ushayela kanvele lisejuthini ngalelo langa. So station commander ke wakhokha emaphoyisa aka-CID nemaphoyisa ase-General Duty lebehamba ngemoto ka-traffic. Kufika kwethu kaMaseko kwasithatha ngaphasi kwa-30 minutes emva kokuba sesitholele call lebeyibuya kuye make Maseko akaphelanga 30 minutes. Singekubuka kwethu isikhathi lesaba very swift noma saphangisa kakhulu. Ngicabanga ukuthi ke kulokwenza ukuthi kuphangise kangaka ukuthi le call yayivele yacoza straight eBhunya emaphoyiseni akufanani nekuthi ushayele 999 bese ngiKhanada uhambisa leyo report kudalwe ukuthi bakhona nini kungena. Lokunye kwesibili lokwasisida kwaba ukuthi ngaleso sikhathi imoto betikhona tila epolice station tingaphumi ngalenye imisebenzi ngoba ngilokunye lokuye delay ukhanze ukuthi lasithola ireport noma ngabe ya 999 mhlambe imoto isephumile isa-attenda lenye imeta kuyenda ke naloko ukuthi kube nale delay. Lesinye futhi isizathu sekuthi sashesha lokufika ukuthi kuthudane kaMaseko bese sivele sati kulandzela ukuthi besinekuxhumana lokuningi. So kwaba easy ke ufika khona kuthudane ku less than 5 kilometers kuyofika kuleli khaya. So kubuka kwethu kwaphangiseka nasikhombisana lamanye ama-reports lesiyayisiwathanda siwasebenza ngoba nawubuka ukuthi 5 kilometers mhlambe ungakhona ukuhamba 5 minutes but ke la less than 30 minutes after ukuthi nayithola i-report kuba khona different ilungisako njengokuthi nidawuphatha phela different ekusebenta lembili especially lesimo lesisakhulunywa ukuthi sekudutshule umuntu obvious ukuthi nathi vele kwakufuna sibe armed nasisaya lapha so thina ngikuwa ukuthi akhona lama delays lesabanawo but nje are reasonable nasibuka ukuthi less than 30 minutes bese sifikile ekhaya.
Madam kubendzaba ke lana ukuthi kune eyewitness lethi yabona lokho bekwendeka kuze kubekiswe ukuthi nje beyihamba ngebhayisikili yathi nayifika ke emaphoyisa yasho ukuthi lo muntu ngembonile imoto lo naya athi amaphoyisa akagijime angelibhayisikili ayawushutha le number plate le ndzaba lenjena niyayadini.
Siyabonga kakhulu msakade ngicela umfana ngicela a question lenzaba witness eyewitness umuntu lobonela kwendeka umonakalo othile lo ngakhona kuniketa ubufakazi ukuthi yena ubabonile labendela bokuqala lengideke siqiniseko nawo ukuthi lo lesikhuluma ngaye la singambita yena eyewitness ngide liqiniso kahle kalokho kwanyalo according to ama statements leswa recordile akusefayisi ukuthi singathi eyewitness ngale nemuntu welibhayisikili nasiyofika singafika ejunction lengenele ekhaya kaMaseko lo wafike wema kule moto yesibili mhlambe ngachaza nje ukuthi emva kokuba sisitholele report station commander wakho kade imoto letimbili nekuyimoto yaka traffic nemoto yaka CID lokho ke sesivele sende kona nangabe sinema reports asebusuku sesiyasibe nayo le backup noma singete sayifananisa uToto Nkitintsawo noma singete sayichaza ukuthi iba kanjani for security sake but imoto la betitimbili letahamba kuyo attenda kaMaseko lowo elibhayisikile ke ufike uma kule moto yesibili lebeyitanga emuva lelemhlophe lesebenza ka CID uyabuta ukuthi ngabe niya ekhaya kaMaseko yini ayasho kumaphoyisa ukuthi yebo sesivile ngale report ushayele make so yajika ke ungena emkhathini letimoto totimbili bayahamba baye ekhaya nasekufanele bangene nje ngasekhaya iyenga lemoto yokucala uyangena yena setiyalandzela totimbili leto timoto nasifika ke ekhaya siyakhanza cishe banesabakhanza ekhathini ngaleso sikhathi lebi baseba by very few sesiyabachazela ke ngescene of incident ukuthi sisicela ukuthi sihloniphe lesini kuze kufike ema-experts lebona a-attenda ema-scenes lafana nalawo sisehleli ke sigathe ema-experts lebese ashayelwe akamanzini regional headquarters so yayiveta ke indzaba but ukuthi kunemoto layikhanzile emgwaqweni layisolako ukuthi kungenteka kube imoto lende lo uyayibekisa ukuthi imnyama iBMW usiniketa ke ukuthi lakubonile kule moto beyithi NSD sekudeke letinye tinombolo noma kucedzela lapho ubala kubeka nje ukuthi ubona umbhalo lothi NSD sithi ke asakushito lokho sishiya lama emaphoyisa agadza noma amenisha lesini sithatha lama emaphoyisa tiyaphuma letimoto totimbili tiyahamba tibuyela emgwaqweni kuyozama kubuka ukuthi kumbe le moto singayithola yini nasifika emgwaqweni lenye imoto ithatha indlela lebheka ngabomanzini direction iyabuka ngakhona lenye ithatha umgwaqo lebheka ngabomhlambanyathi noma Bhunya Mhlambanyathi kutama kubuka kule mgwaqo kude ke imoto liyagcina ibonakele after lokucheckwa lokwendiwa lapho sekuthi emva kwesikhathi ngetulu kweli-hour kuya ku-2 hours sekufika emaphoyisa aka-scenes of crime labuya u-regional police headquarters yethu lapho khona kwafika lawa-scenes of crime newaka-serious crime bekuyi-department lebuka amacala lamakhulu lendeke kuleso sifundza asebentela e-regional headquarters.
Dr. Bafokazana ngethemba sizobonile nhlana ngathi uthi wena ungathini lapha ngoba athi inkulumo eqhamukile kwekuthi ngemaphoyisa lawa lenda lomonakalo nange madam lapha uthi 30 minutes iphinde futhi inkulumo ithi lelijali la bathinze amaphoyisa kusanza kwendeka ngathi uthi wena ubona kanjani lenzaba
angibonge ndudi nokuthi nje ke usinike le background lenjena nasitakhuluma ngendzaba lebuhlungu lefanana naletinye timo letibhlungu letentekako even ngicabanga ukuthi umuntu angatangena kule speculation kunengakhulu lokhulunywa mhlambe lokuvetwa ngophiko la kutawusita nemaphoyisa alandzelwe ngoba njengalo uHluva kuthiwa bicycle uHluva kuthiwa isithuthuthu uhle uva lokuneke kepha ke ngicabanga ukuthi lokumgcoka ngoba lapha wonke umuntu uthi akutholakala emaqiniso alomonakalo lamaqiniso alomonakalo athatholakala ngokuthi labo labanale information letawudzingeka naledzingekako nalala bathi babona lana letimoto letabona mhlambe kutawusita live nemhlaba ukuthi kutholakale ukuthi kwentekani lesento lesinje sonke emaphoyisa afuneka anikwe lithuba lawo nekwekuthi ke ngiko ngihlengisilento ye social media ayite kahle ingqondo ngoba le narrative lese bayikhulumisa ukuthi ho ngubani usolwa abantu sebayijubile lenzaba kanzi indzaba ifanele iphenywe ngemaphoyisa emaphoyisa live linemithetho yokuphenya tindlo letifana naleti akusho ukuthi mhlambe kutabe kucala ngale naletinengi letivele angibekise nje kushona kwaShifu kubulawa kwaShifu ngesibhuku kuphenyiwe kwaba khona lekutholakala information kubo lenye lefaka ekhathi lokwakhishwa le social media kudlalwa ngako lokho kepha ke ngifuna lokuchaza ukuthi emaphoyisa kufanele ayekelwe asebenze lo msebenzi hayi lama speculation lona lowabona utawuside emaphoyisa thina sesinethemba ukuthi utawusho ukuthi awu wabona naye wathatha enye inombolo letinye mhlawumbe utakukhumbula ngoba phela bekabuka lesimo simadini
enhlane lelo langa nakutawendeka lokhu nesilo semhlaba ingwenyama besicithe emabutho kwaba khona ke ukukhuluma kwaso silo sekhuda siyala lokho sekutshintshile futhi ekukhulumene empeleni ngize ngeva ngisho nakubongilandi nayo yonke indzawo ukuthi ngiyona into leyasusa wonke lo msindo ngilacela enhlane mhlambe singakakhulumi nangayo mhlawumbe ungakayiphendule nekuyiphendula sike silalele kancane nje sisilo mbabamba sathini so tongilalelisa nawe sikusi ingabe mbabamba nawuva vele kukhona la kulabakushoko lesikhathane benkosi lenhle ngilacela ukuthi bafana bakithi mshiyalo basifakele yona inkulumo yaso silo
ngithelalela majaha basiyalalela ngembabathawo nalabanye labangathi basetshenziswa kuthethwe lababona nako ukuthi batinzanzane abanayisi abanabana ngithelalela majaha basiyalalela ngembabathawo nalabanye labangathi basetshenziswa kuthethwe lababona nako ukuthi batinzanzane abanayisi abanabana make yibo akhulule lokuthatha nakibo wamangala njengoba live lemaswati libanabelele letinzanzane kunetikhwama takhiwe letinakele letinzanzane zohamba yonke lemadimoni ushiye kuphila bese ukhesa nje ukufa masinyane loyo moya leyo majaha siyayikhutha eveni wekusayangaqhubeki ayisilo lefanele ukuthathe nabo laba labanjiyana labaphethe bayibhidinga le moya lengasiyo bafanele batekhuthe nakuthi sikemaswati sithulile asasukele ukuthi sitawusuka ngamandla kamakhulu sambe siyokwenda kube ngasithi asilive nje kalibuni kepha kubadlali into yonke ibandla sifike ngiso silo lesifanele sandla lapha eveni ungathi into lebonasa ukuthi udimoni ngeke sesisekele futhi ngeke sikulalele umosi wona ube muhle kakhulu majaha njengoba nabo sesingenile eminyakeni omusha nami ngiyafisa nasebuyele emakhaya majaha nikhanze emakhaya ongatindile ahleli kahle
uthi wena ungahlabetha uthini ngenkulumo yesilo
cha inkulumo yesilo yayiconzile angithi nje ngiphawule kancane ukuthi ngingakakhulumi ngayo mangale nje ukuthi kunebelungu lasebabhokise le narrative lethi konke lokwenteka kusuka enkulumeni yesilo. Angathi ke ukuthi lomnye nje nangitala bengimbuka ku YouTube eNgilandi akakhona ukupronounce lamagama kepha inkosi naye ikhuluma ngeSiswati so uvile yena ukuthi ithini. So ubese kuyatibuta umuntu ukuthi ukuthathephi lokho baka Amnesty International nje ukhanza sebethwele konke lokhu khulunywako lokungesiko lokwasho inkosi kude lapha yakhuluma ingwenyama khona ngenkulumo leyayingenta ukuthi kube khona umonakalo longalandzele emveni kwaloko. Inkosi beyikhuluma ngenhlonipho beyikhuluma ngekuthi bantfu abakhumbule ukuthi akufanele kube nemonakalo bayenge bantfu bente tintfo letingafanele. Yayiyala through and through iyasho nokuthi laba labahlukumeta live abasucabanga phela ukuthi banelilungelo banelicense yokukhuluma yokwenta noma yini bashise imithi nase uinterpreter bente konke lalabakwendawo. Nase emaphoyisa fokisa bathola babe sebakhala base sebasukelwe sebatargetwa kanti akukho lokho. So beyiyala inkosi kude lapha yakhuluma inkulumo leyayitawususa luthu level. Inkosi phela as head of state ifanele kuyala njengalo yala. Inkosi head of state ingeke ibinzise nangabe khona lokwenteka kufuneka yekhute. So inkosi beyekhuta inkosi beyiyala inkosi beyinika indlela yokuthi nayi direction lekufanele yenteke.
Eva kahle nhlane kunenge impela lokunye lokukhunyiwe nezinto ezentekile nje ngithi ngibuka lenye page lapha la Amnesty International eKenya kwaba khona Eswatini leliphahluka lelithi baniketwe imali ukuthi bende demonstration ngelivela kaNgwane ngabe sokwatile lo futhi ngeke ngeva nenkulumo yandvuna nkulu nakabachazela le eNamibia akhuluma ngathi uhulumende uaware lokuthi kunabantu ababhadalako nendane ngako ninguhulumende futhi asochaze ngale ka Amnesty International.
Ngicabanga ukuthi mhlambe lapha sishode khona thina singihulumende kuba nepolicy nemthetho lo regulate ama NGO even. Ngiyabona ke kwaba ukukhuluma kulamavikana laphelile nakuvela inkulumo yokuthi ema NGO athola imali latisebenzisa kuhlukumeta live. Kwaba ne-outcry kanti kwakubhalela omunye wabo wangesiyona hulumende. So lamhla ke lo longibuta yona ya Amnesty International. Amnesty International kude ne-office la ekhaya akawathi nalama dynamics lenteka la ekhaya nakasuka ayothenga abantu le ukuthi bahlukumetele live. Uyabona ukuthi it speaks to the non-regulation yema NGOs. Kungako nje asidwalela nekusidwalela. Perhaps ngiko lapha ngisikhona sisalele ngemuva kuloko afuneka regulate ngoba ngawo lalaganga futhi athunywa nabantu laba ngena interest in terms of ukhona bafuna ukusilungisela kona labaningi banelikhwekhwe kwakhona le labakhona khona labanye basponsorisha lo msindo ngamanye emave lade kwayona le democracy bathambe yokwenta democracy kakho le kubo kude le democracy. So ngifuna ke ukuthi ema NGOs kakhulu le Amnesty International is a bad organization ngoba abethi nokubuta nema dynamics ale live lo kubhlungu ukuthi na bayikala impilo ke bona kuthi khona lengiyona imcoka ikhona lelenganakeke nakufesi khulu kude lo tahamba ayothenga bantu base Kenya labanedinkinga dabo nabo khona le ukuthi abethuke live ngala. So Amnesty International igangile noma nami nje sengithi bengithi angilaleli i-social media kepha ke ngivana ngawe nguwe lo ngitshengisile lokho bayaganga labo bantu labo banebangani babo la ngekhathi labagangako ngoba nale information labanika yona bayayijuba ngathi noma ukwakunaka yini bayayijuba athi nakhulumisa la kule nto ye-YouTube ajube emagama athide atoshiya le nto ihenga kuzito odunga ingcondo yemaswati kude-ke nalolo budako ukuthi seyijutshwe le nkulumo ayisafiki ngani le sizathu saloko ngilokuthi bafuna kudunga bakhone kuye ngabantu ngelive ukuthi kwentekani eveni mhlawumbe ukuthi anginika isithuba singakacethi ngoba le ndzaba yedemocracy ngiyafuna nokuphindze ngiyikhulumise ngoba silalala sikhona khona nje kuyengwe bantu.
Ngiyabonga Kunhlane. Kukhona into solukhuluma nje lapha mhlambe ngumbuzo lobengakawuplaneli nje ngidawusukela nyalo lapha Nhlane kukhuluma lapha eveni bantu abaningi bayesaba labasemagunyeni njengawe kepha wena usukumile wema ngetinyawo uyakhuluma wethembeni wena Nhlane.
Ngethembe iqiniso mama. Ukhona lomnye lo bengidala la cingweni ngibhalele WhatsApp angimadwe ngifokade ukuthi uyithethephi le WhatsApp yami uyangithreatenisha. No, ngethembe iqiniso mina. Akusho ukuthi nalabanye abakhulumi. Bakhuluma kepha ngeke sisukume sonke sithi ho nami ngidawukhona ngisukume ngethembe ukuthi eMaswati atawuliva iqiniso aladi liqiniso. Athatha incumo abe evile awathi lamaqiniso ngoba lengushoko ungakuchecka constitution ungakuchecka emthethweni ungakuchecka noma nguphi lele ngukhuluma kusuke kuyiqiniso esikhatsini sonke angikhuluma umbono wami nami nginawami my emotions kepha ngeke angiside my emotions nekukhuluma into lengicabanga ukuthi ufuna ukukhuluma lapha ukuthi umthetho uthi
ngiva kahle Nhlane kukhona lenye into evamisa kusivelela kakhulu sekula media space indzaba eziningi njengeMaswati onke siye Steve lesikhathi sanza kwenteka bese ngasikhathi sekuphenywa kuthi nya lapho nisuke sengithulele Nhlane ngidakubekisela nje Nhlane America ngani sebakhona sebakhuluma bachaza lapha ke nje kubuya lamaphoyisa kubuya nemasotsha kubuya labantu baneceleni thina la ke sekuthi nya
naku ke sesikhona mamba nyalo nje bositshengisa phiko
yebo
akutshela ngesimo ngoba ungathi labanengi labangaphandle kwelive bane interest nalendzaba nangu lamhlabe kayichaza utawuqhubeka nakhona lokuvelako aqhubeka akuchaza kulokunye mhlambe kube bombotile ukuthi labe bashisa labanye sebaboshiwe mhlambe bekufanele bete batontsha sesithole labangaka kuloko ngiyavuma ukuthi kufanele mhlambe sikwente lokho ukuthi nje kunale development yethu yokuthi ngeke ukhulume kusashisa umuntu ushonile kusashisa kufuneka sikhweshe lapho ngoba abantu isala lapho lenzaba njengalo usho ukuthi kube sekubhoka le speculation ngoba kude le information lesho ukuthi lapha kwakunemuntu wesidududi lena lapha kwakunashifu khona labamdubula kabuhlungu kaZandodo kwakunabani bani sesikuphi naloko nyalo ngicabanga ukuthi sitawukhuthata laba labafanele kuwawenta lama updates ngoba ingeke yentiwe ngi-DPM leyo update ngoba itase ithinza lolu phenyo kanti bayathi lalabaphenya ukuthi la sesikhona khona sesingabanika le information le sesendlulile ingeke isakhuba hlukumeta lo phenyo lesisekulo so ngilapho la ngisikhona ngivumelana nawe kufuna ukuthi nasekwendlulile leso sigaba leso sinitshele singagcini nje kuva ukuthi kukhona la bambulalele ukuthi uvunule emajob akhe sibese sigcina lapho kufuna sinive ukuthi wase kwenteka ini watholwa yini noma akatholwanga ngisho ukuthi ke endlulini kukhona la kufanele kuyivume khona leyo ngiyayivuma ukuthi kufanele sigucule sikhona kuyikhulumisa lokunengi nje ngigcina kuloko kukhona lenge ngakhuluma emsakadweni weSwati bengikhona khona kuleli viki lelandzayo leliphelile wathi lo mnyeni akhuluma ngami wawungasitsheli beningasitsheli ngani lokho ngoba sesikuvala mhla ukuthi kwakwentekani lapho ngabuya ngacabanga ukuthi cha lapho sisele ngemuva.
Ngiyabonga kunhlane ukhona enye into leyenteka nhlane na ubukela bo CNN bo BBC nemisakazo nje lesemaveni ngathi ke mina silive linemahhovisi siyabonga kakhulu uyezama nkosami wemnguni kuphunga lapha phunga khona manje ke ngeke atati tonke letindzawo lamahhovisi lengeshare enda njani phela nana ukuthi ngoba nyalo sekuba nema experts njengoba usho nje nana kunema experts about Swaziland ngoba basayibita ngeSwaziland labathi ngeSwaziland belungu labangathi lutho baphi laba basehhovisi leMaswati.
Yeah. Cha ngiyabonga ake manje ngendlule nje kancane kuleya Swaziland lena i-colonial hangover le ukuthi Swaziland leli veleli kuseSwatini Swaziland ngilokuthi during slavery no colonialism kwendlula nje kuta konke lokho bashicilela la ukuthi lokungona kungekho ngiloloku neligama lesingisi Swaziland so nje bangafuni nekhwesha bonke lalaba bakhuluma lenye language balapho kepha ke ngibuye kulama experts it's a pity ngoba nalama experts lokhuluma ngawo labelungu akawathi nalama local dynamics angibekise nje nabe kukhona lokwentekile lemangweni laba bese bakhuluma ngokuthi hey lapha kune autocratic sebangema experts elive bangadi ukuthi live liphethwe ngemthetho weconstitution lokubi labakubuka kubona ngilokuthi awusiwo lolwajikijelwa ngemangisi ngelifastelo ngilala tentela wona eMaswati so lalaba lengaphandle benta laba belungu nalaba tinyetive tikhuluma into letingayiconzi kahle tsineke ngicabanga ukuthi sigaba lesifanele kwenteka ukuthi le kuma missions ethu lo yakhona akhona kunikwa sufficient information atoba expect ukuthi nangabe bayeta batomkhulumisa ngoba phela umele live le akhona kubatshela ukuthi le live leli is a constitutional democracy.
Ngiyabonga kakhulu Nkosi empeleni ngihlane kuloko lokuthi lokungenani athi angangena lo muntu bese bayachamuka behhovisi lethu ngoba cishe siyababona phela ababekiwe endaweni ehlukehlukene angene naye asho ukuthi cha lelijale kadikiyona nale liqiniso layo uyabona nhlane siyacela Nkosami nathi ukuthi kube njalo nhlane lapha ngiyasolakala la
ungaqethi ke kusolakala le media outside le live leli ayikuniki wena lo munye a chance yokukhuluma that is their democracy uyulalele ngisho nxumalo la uyafuce kuzabe khona lena athi ngifuna ukukhuluma angeke bafuna kuline up bonke laba labafuna ukukhuluma lenye language bangakuniki wena abakusoleke sitosebenta
cha enhlane bengithi lapha abangisola kakhulu ngespeech esengwenyama bathi ke ngisikhathile lapha ngisikhathe khona bebabheke ukuthi mhlambe ngangifake lokunye ngicabanga ukuthi eMaswati lamaningi asibukela speech sonke siphelele nyalo ngenxa esikhathi sibene isikhathi esifishanyana
angudefend ma
yebo mhlanga
inkosi nayichithe emabutho lonke eSwati libhekeke ukuthi lilalele ku radio na ku channel yemaswati na channel lelenye
Eswatini
TV na ku radio ikhulunywa kuko konke la ikhulunywa khona so sekufuneka ngani ke ukuthi kuze kube lamhla utocala uphinze udlale le speech nangabe ufuna ku criticize lalela lento ubuye na ufuna i-debate mamba ngespeech sengwenyama yakha point uteka DPM ngilahlala phansi nawe ngutshele ngoba lento lena yokuthi sibe sethuswa ngelide sifune kungitshele ukuthi ngikuphi lapha ikhulume kabi yathini so leso speech vele asukudlala nje ube bongitshela ukuthi udadlala bengathi asukudlala lo lokudlalile lapha ngoba liswati leli la kuleli veleli lifanele kulandzela into letenteke vele
enhlane kunabo hashtag leze bakhulunywa nyalo ngenzaba ema elections labanye bathi vela kusuyiwe kuma elections kwasuka kwahlala ngabe uthini wena lapha hlala
Angicale nje ngekuthi Mvuleni nawukhuluma nga hashtag siyaya angithi lokhu kuqhamuka la ku social media.
Yebo mhlawumbe.
Ndaze ngikufunze napha lokuthi hashtag siyaya hashtag asiyi. Nako ke nayo ke democracy yokuthi abantu bakhone kuba netinkulumo mpikiswano debate. Usho kona ukuthi after 15 years of a constitutional democracy la kuleli vele sesiyakhona ke ukuthi sesifunzile usitindo diyakhulunyiswa. So bengithi angisho lokho nje kokucala. Kwesibili ngifuna nangisaqhubeka nalo hashtag ngidawuphangisa. Isikhathi sami lamhla sinciphisile kepha ke ngidawudama. Ngifuna ukuthi kunemoya okuyenga abantu ukuthi kude idemocracy kangwane. La kune constitution khona lebhalwe ngelamaswati asho ukuthi afuna kwenteke njani. Idemocracy yabo batayibamba kanjani. Abayikhulumi lama commentators la ngekho live. Kude namunye nje longeva SABC noma ku CNN noma kubanibani ukuthi kune constitution kangwane. Emagama labajikjela ko autocratic. You can see ukuthi kwabona abathi ukuthi yini autocracy. Abathi nje. Ngoba le democracy yethu ine parliament leshaya imithetho lokude lo interferisha kuleyo mthetho le ishaya iparliament. Asibuye ku hashtag siyaya. Ngicabanga laba ngilala bathi siyokhethwe.
Yebo mhlawumbe.
Leli yakhuluma ngalo nenkosi nayiqithe emabudo.
Yebo mhlawumbe.
Kunalala bathi asiyi. Ngifuna ke ukuthi kuleyo ngichaze ukuthi ilive line constitution kusho ukuthi linemthetho sisekelo lo wakhiwa ngeMaswati emveni kwe constitutional review kwetinkundla review commission nga 1992 kwathi nga 96 kwaba nale review the constitutional review commission. Lokho ke kwafaka emalungelo. La ungahamba kuyobuka ku section 84 wale constitution utawukhanza kunelilungelo lekukhetha, the right to vote. Kusho ukuthi ke lelo lungelo lelo libukwe nguhulumende ukuthi asite labo labafuna kulisebenzisa. Hulumende bathini i-duty bearer kusho ukuthi nguye logatseke locizela amalungelo ebantu ukuthi bayawathola lawo malungelo. Le section ke lengikhuluma ngayo ikhuluma nge-right to vote. So it's a constitutional thing. The right in a obligation. The obligation yokuthi wena usekele lo mthetho sisekelo ngokuvuka uhambe uye elukhethweni. Lolukhetho lune system ya umthetho waka EBC, umthetho longona ulungisa ukuthi sikhone kulungiselwa lukhetho ngendlela lefanele. So kunemithetho lefana nana umthetho ukhetha bomake nangabe kusho ukuthi iyafika iparliament ikhanza befika 30% bese kuthiwa ke lo mthetho utabe so ukhetha bomake baba bane ukhethwa ngelamalunga lakhethwe letinkundleni. So ngithi ke bantu labangafuni kuya labathi #asiyi bathengisa lilungelo labo ukuthi abanosebenzisa ilungelo labo kepha ke babokhumbula iobligation ukuthi kufanele kukhethwe uhulumende lotawuhamba asentele imithetho yabo free primary education asakhele imithetho yokuvikela bomake imithetho yabo sort of yabo marriage acts nalokunengi lokwenteka ngilapha ke labantu labathi #siyaya ngitabasekela khona nekuthi ngiphinze ngibabonge ukuthi benta lokufanele it's an obligation ukuthi uhambe uyokhetha khona la ngeke ngabona khona ukuthi labaningi bahle bangayi eTunisia noma kulelo livelelo nje ngibone ngathi kuswena kokhethwa kwa 11%, but the live alimanga alimi liyachubeka. Nala kithi ke sithi cha le debate ilungile ikhombisa immaturity yepolitics yethu ukuthi sesikhulile kulo 15 years ngoba phela iconstitution kuvotelwa abaqale nga 2008 so emathemu mathathu so kumthetho ke nokuthi nakuphela 5 years kuyokhethwa so kude lenye indlela lesingayenta siyokhetha.
Yebo Nhlanhla. Enhlane kunenzaba lenye lapha vele nje nankula ichaza indzaba ye-dialogue nakase Namibia. Uhamba wafika esigabeni ukuthi kunema organizations la ibambisile live la kaNgwane ekutheni i-dialogue ichubeke iyembile. Kuqala Nhlanhla nesikhathi lapha wathi ceasefire. What is the standpoint right now regarding i-dialogue?
I-dialogue Mfulini ayikashintshi. Uyishilo nandunankulu kaSadak wayichaza njengaloku besichaza in the past ukuthi sonke siyayifuna i-dialogue. Uhulumende uyayifuna i-dialogue. Uhulumende nje kunema individuals nami nje emgodlagodleni wami nale ngifuna
ukubika usiwakhipha
ku-dialogue. Nasikhuluma ku-dialogue angisakhulumi njenga DPM, ngikhuluma njengeliswati le-dialogue ukuthi nami ngifuna ukuthi sikhulume diphi tindzaba ku-dialogue sitawo hlangana khona-ke. Kepha-ke lolo chazwe ndunankulu kungiko ngibuyele emuva ukuthi i-dialogue ngifuna nje siqualify ukuthi national dialogue. I-national dialogue icala ukuthi akhulume ngayo ikhulume i-head of state yesibayeni. Nasuka lapho uthumela induna Themba Ntjintja bana prime minister bayasho ukuthi kudaba ne-dialogue. So konke lokho kusho ukuthi ayikatshintshi i-dialogue. Iyachubeka siyakhuluma sonke la sikhuluma khona ukuthi ikhona i-dialogue. Mane ke lefanele sichazele sive ngokuthi le dialogue lohluyiva ikhulunywa la ungathi i-dialogue into yebantu lababili yokuthi Qhawe Mamba i-dialogue ngeke siyente i-dialogue yelive sinawe sobabili ngoba i-dialogue ifuna lonke liswati lingene kule dialogue ngoba dinenge into lesifuna ukuthi ikhulumisa sonke kule dialogue. So and kufuneka sichazele umhlaba ukuthi i-dialogue sibaya kule constitution lele bangakhulumi ngayo bantu lapha kubangwa khona umsindo nje kude lokhuluma ngeconstitution. Le constitution ifaka le dialogue yesibaya ngokuthi ikhona and nashemen wayo siyathi ukuthi ngibani nokuthi yentelwa kuphi. Sibaya ke ngilapha onke emaswati eda khona atokhuluma imibono yabo. Sikubonile itolo lokho kudala iconstitution ema 27 demands laba yokukhumbula ngokunye lokwakukhulu without kushisela abantu tindlu, without kubulala abantu, without kwenta in kuyokhulunywa kule dialogue. I-dialogue ke lesibayeni bekuye kwenteke ke ukuthi nayiphela lesibathi shemen ake nihambe ngoba khona labangasonzeli la niyobalalela le. Ngasho nakucala ukuthi ngiyakhumbula ukuthi wakwaba ingcenye yayo lento ye-dialogue sesingathi i-mobile dialogue lele khona ukuhamba iyofika kulabanye labangeke basonzelela kutobeka imbono yabo. So banufuna baconze i-dialogue ukuthi akusiyo nje into yeqembu nalelinye iqembu kule concept yala ekhaya. I-dialogue ngilapha sonke sikhuluma khona.
Labaningi Nhlanhla ecala nasikhuluma wawukhala nasikhale ngekuthi nawuthi umuntu uyakhuluma utawesaba kuyale ngoba batambulala bekude indlela nhlane mhlambe ekutheni manje beef up le security ke mbamba kungethwe nje security all over manje ichubeke le dialogue.
Cha i-dialogue itawuchubeka. Angikwazi ukuthi kwayibona yini i-communique yakaSADC. Ngiyabona ukuthi ayifunza lapha ku point number 10 na number 11 kuleyo. Lapho ngilakhulunywa khona iSADC lesingcenye yayo nasekukhulunywa lenzaba ye-security event. Ifike yathi bantu eMaswati bekunene bakhuthata silive ukuthi sibe calm sibuye phansi. Kwesibili akhuthata ukuthi bantu abaye ku dialogue ngaleyo ndlela le live leli conductor ngayo leyo dialogue. Lokunye labakushido bekhute kubulalana ukuthi akume kubulalana event bebasibonisa ke nabo betama ukukhulumisa bonke lokuthiwa ngama-stakeholders ngoba sonke singemaswati nje singema-stakeholders, so bathi kakubenzisa la kubenzisa lokhu lokubulalana nalokushiselana ngiko lokutakwenza ukuthi le environment ilunge nekuthi ke bantu bathi lokuthi lokuthi nangabe lo lonkushoko mamba nguthanzi bese uyale ekhaya ufuna kuyoshisa noma uhambe ufune kungibulala noma ke ugcine uthengela abanye likhona le jali lithengisa abantu la ku social media kulenye publication leli jaha lelithi lingathi asihambe siyokosa kuthiwe phathani matches bese ukhipha la kuleli phepha ke ukuthi sesiyokosa kuphi ke nyalo vele kwenteke la kwentawo. So ngiyethemba nje ukuthi neSADC itawukhumbula ukuthi nyalo khona labaphenya khona lenye video kulelinye live nala kithi batawusita basiphenyise lama comments lentiwa ngulala abanye laba ufuna labathengisa noma babulale labanye kule live. Ugcineke ngalo mbuto wakho ukuthi can't we beef up nge-security? Ingaba khona i-security kuchubeke lokho kepha umbuzo uthi nakungakayekelwa lokubulala nabantu bapronounce ukuthi vele asino attacker muntu bantu bataba nebulukhuni vele bachuche ukuthi ngathi ngiyakhuluma ajinga ngibulala akusiyo ke dialogue leyo yokuthi labanye besabise labanye bengasabi labanye babinzile besabe ngoba leyo ngulento yokuthi nangwesabisa mamba bese ngiveta igama lokuthi ngifuna kwenta interim government nini besitabe sesiyabuya senta lokunye kwanyalo. So la ma threats lawo ngema threats la hlukumeta yonke lento asibiye phansi sisebenzisa iconstitution sonke sacitha imali sakhe iconstitution bantu bachitha isikhathi bahamba bayokhulumisa iconstitution yabo yabakhona othi ngoba basayithanzi beshayina sesitabe sesiyayi jikjela ngaphandle sesilalela bona ngiyabekisa nje ngelive lelikhashana.
Ngiyabonga kakhulu Hlani, ngidawucela ngemvume yakho futhi ukuthi ngike ngijike nje kancane mhlambe for the next 5 minutes ngendzaba yesingisi Hlani kune international media silandzelako la bathi ke nokwabeva kahle hle number of organizations nje basibukela nabo lapha futhi bafisile ukuthi basakade emaveni abo kakhulu interest yabo ithi His Majesty or even the government has been accused of having a hand in the death of Qhawe Mamba. What is your comment as government?
My comment is very easy and very brief. It is an absolute lie. I think anybody who is pushing that narrative is someone who is not friends with the truth. That is number one. Number two, if ever you have already decided who had a hand in that unfortunate death of Mr. Maseko, then you contradict yourself by saying, let's do an investigation. Those are my comments. First of all, it's not true, it's a lie. Unless you can bring your evidence, we will be glad, because the law enforcement is actually investigating this case like any other murder case, because a murder case is a crime, which means it needs to be investigated. And this country has all the rules and laws that guide and govern investigations, and all those are in the hands of the law enforcement officers, who, by the way, get endangered in such situations. For instance, the case we've just referred to, the police get to the crime scene, and suddenly one publication says it's these police, the members of the force who have who have murdered Mr. Masuku. Now, the police come there because there has been a report that there's been a murder. So how do you even think that the police would come there and do what it is now alleged? So I'm not going to go deep into this speculation, because I think it is derailing it's putting pressure unduly to the law enforcement officers, because they are told rush, 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 and they should not be forced to rush. Let them do what they do best, which is investigation, and they have investigated other similar cases. So I think that's how I would respond to that question. And they must also learn, just finally, those who are saying this are some of the people who are in faraway countries who do not even understand the local dynamics. If you find a reporter from CNN talking about this thing, and they cannot even interpret certain...
Throngs of human rights activists and politicians came to bid farewell to Thulani Maseko Sunday. Gathered at the deceased home in western Eswatini, they paid him a last homage. The human rights lawyer was a leading figure in the push for the absolute monarchy to become a multi-party democracy. It is now up to us to make sure that the freedom that Comrade Thulani...
His Majesty instigated the killing. How true is that?
It's another big lie. It's a sad lie, because I don't know how that instigation would be. And I listened to the speech, you listened to the speech, everybody else listened to the speech. There was no instigation except to say to people, don't do the wrong things or don't kill other people. Because when the police investigate and they find you and bring you to justice, you will start complaining and crying foul and claiming you are targeted. You are not targeted. You have killed people. They killed members of the security forces. I remember one of the people who have now been caught was part of a team that got the police out of their office at night, pretending there was some problem somewhere right in the dead of night. And when the police went there, these people came out and shot dead one of the officers. It was a female officer, and then the male officer survived. But of course, I know Amnesty International never even mentioned that in one sentence. Never one sentence. All those brutal killings of the security forces and burning down of houses. Amnesty International didn't even call to say, is it true? But they came up with the knowledge, with the information that all this has happened. So it is a lie that His Majesty instigated this. He's a head of state. He's someone who has the responsibility of advising and guiding the nation when it's necessary. And this was one time when it was necessary that the head of state tells people to be careful, told people not to do things that may place them in the hands of law enforcement.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency. And then the Government Public Relations Officer, Mr. Nxumalo, is working, actually is burning the midnight oil, trying to correct the anomalies that are being said. However, there seems to be deafening silence from the officers, the diplomatic officers worldwide, because right now we've seen the emergence of experts about the country who've never even set foot in Eswatini.
Yeah, before I talk about our mission, diplomatic missions, I just want to say to you, it's very interesting to find the experts. I saw, and this is not a racist remark, by the way, I saw some white men who was really talking about this country as if he lived in this country. And I bet you he has never been here. And also, if he has, he doesn't understand the dynamics of this society. This society is different from other societies. And for you to make an informed decision, you need to be thorough and take into consideration all the dynamics and the uniqueness of our culture and interaction within the context of our constitutional democracy. Now, those aspects are actually, I'll tell you that those guys are paid. I mean, paid. You can see, even if you can explain to them, like I'm saying tonight, this country has a constitution, but nobody will ever mention that in their narratives, because they have something that they are pushing. So they will continue to do that. And if you go to SABC, SA Banbani, NCA, ENCA, and others, you'll find some of the people who are causing trouble here being given airtime, lots of them. And if the other one who runs a very toxic online publication is going to be there every other day and lying through. Nobody will ask him all of that. And then all the other publications and on TV stations will be doing the same thing. So that is going to be difficult. Nxumalo is pushing, and he is doing a good job because he's trying to open the minds of people to understand and know the truth. And when people don't like the truth, the next thing they do, they insult you. And I'm sure if you would open my WhatsApp messages right now, I'm sure they're read with insults and stuff. But I don't mind, because when you tell the truth, you stand with it, it will not change. So I want to end up by saying maybe there must be a better way of communicating internationally, but the international media, once they've taken a position, it doesn't matter what you say. Finish. That's it. Wait until these who are watching tonight write something tomorrow. None of them will write about our constitution, that it is our own constitution, which was not a constitution put together by an elite. It's not an elitist constitution. It's people-based constitution. Everybody contributed.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency. Just the last question now on the English part. What's this dialogue? what is happening?
Dialogue, the state has not changed. The state is ready for dialogue. The state has prepared for dialogue. The state actually is always involved in dialogue. Let me put it this way. It is a constitutional obligation because it is in the Constitution that the dialogue will always be at the spire, and it is what is prescribed in the Constitution, which Constitution was crafted and agreed to by the Yemaswati. And Yemaswati have the Constitution is actually a contract. So everybody has to abide by it. But also, those who don't know, this Constitution has clauses that allow Yemaswati to amend it. So it's not something that was made and will never change. So there is a process of amending it. And the issue of the Constitution, or of the dialogue that you asked me about, we are ready, but it is impossible to have a dialogue when people are killing security forces who must be protecting them during the dialogue. They're killing them. And they're burning their houses. Everybody who opposes the idea of anything else that is said, which they don't appreciate, they're going to get you, you know. So all of us are worried about that violence. But I'm very grateful that during the SADC Troika in Namibia, SADC condemned all the killings that have been taking place in the country. And they did not just condemn one section, all killings. Number two, the Troika actually, in support of our national dialogue, asked everybody to be calm and participate in the dialogue. So this is actually good, and we hope those who are causing the disruption, who are terrorizing this nation, will understand this and give dialogue a chance. You know, there's no way you can go for dialogue when someone has a gun, unlicensed gun, or someone is instigating and creating hate, promoting hate.
Your Excellency, everybody is fearing to talk about politics in the country. What makes you so bold?
No, you know, in a democracy, and I want to continue to say, we are a constitutional democracy. And one of the things that is enshrined in this constitution is freedom of speech and freedom of expression. But I want to caution that it doesn't allow freedom of insulting, freedom of threatening others. But the reason I talk about politics is because it is my right to express my views. It is my obligation to educate those who may not want to read. There are people who don't want to read the Constitution. And if you read the Constitution, in fact, if we read the Constitution, if it was a requirement to go to Parliament to know, we would not be where we are now. The whole problem started when other people had not read the Constitution and they did things that were unconstitutional, and then they cry foul. But if everybody had followed the Constitution, I tell you, we would not have had businesses burnt down, people getting killed, and all those we would not have, because those who were yearning for change would have looked at Section 245 going down to know that you can change this. So this is the democracy that I'm talking about, where we don't deploy. You see, we don't deploy. The people in a certain constituency elect someone they trust, and someone who says this is autocratic. I don't know what is autocratic about 10,000 people voting for a member of parliament from Nkwene, for instance, that constituency. The people use secret ballot, which is a box you tick in democracy. People apply direct representation, that concept of direct representation, which is in the Constitution. So if you fail to deliver, next time they recall you. The way we recall our MPs is we don't vote for them. So this is where I think we should understand that we have a democracy, and I want to help those who don't understand. That's why I am bold. I'm sitting with the truth, and I'm sharing the truth with the people, and I'm telling them what is a lie, because if you say there's no democracy, you don't even explain to the people what you mean. So it just becomes, exciting to say there's no democracy. What is democracy? Democracy is where people can choose who they want. And in our case, there are 59 constituencies. Those are elected directly by the people. There's no interference. They go to parliament. And when they get to parliament, our law says when the House of Assembly converges and they find, and it is found that the number of women are below 30%, then we have a law that says you will elect 4 women from each region. Now, to me, the 59 have the power of the population to elect 4 women. Those members of the House of Assembly have the power to elect 10 people to Senate. So you can see the numbers that come directly from the people. Then the king will appoint 10 to the House of Assembly and 20 to Senate, covering certain sectors that may not be standing for elections. We all stand for elections. But remember, Mom, this is democracy. 2008, when I was deprived the opportunity to register, to exercise my right to vote, I took the EBC to court. I was working in New York then. That date had to be extended for me as an individual. I wanted to vote for a certain member of parliament. I got my right, and that is where democracy is. Tell me where else you could do that. Sitting in New York, you are a nobody. You stop a process democratically. It stops. The courts were independent. I had 2 strong lawyers who are judges now, but they were very strong. They blocked it until I registered.
Yes, thank you very much, Your Excellency. Well, that ends the English version of our interview. That is His Excellency, the Deputy Prime Minister of the Kingdom of Eswatini, Mr. Themba Masuku. Thank you very much to our international friends. I believe you got what you really wanted about what is happening, the current status quo in the Kingdom of Eswatini. I'm Qhawe Mamba. Right now, we're going to go for a commercial break. Again, bengosilendle ningamanga lapha lamhla people and places ebukelwa emaveni kuma-TV stations lamanengi kakhulu nebengosilendle lapha bebasola bakhuluma nzalo abangadadi khona lamhla abadadi sibonga kakhulu ekufika kwakhe nebengosilendle lapha nhlana edundakthole bafokazana ate uphendula nebengosilendle abantu bate uva ukuthi kuthiwani vele Eswatini dundakthole bafokazana mhlambe kukhona lo ngingakubuti kona lo bongafisa ukuchazela sive singakavali.
Cha Mamba ungishukumisile sengize ngijuluke ngimanti ngisente lengifuna nje ukubonga kuwe ukuthi ngale platform awukhethi unika abantu ithuba lekhuluma politics bakhulume konke labafuna ukukhuluma ngilesive lesifuneka ukuthi sikwente sikwejwayele lokho singejwayele kwethukana sijwayele ukukhuluma emaqiniso sakhane ukuze sitothuthuka leli vele singoneli labantwana kepha ke mhlambe lo ngangibuti kona ngokuthi lo la bakhuluma internationally lesebajubeta indzaba tethu bona bayobuya ngalelenye ilanga nasebevile ukuthi lama speculation nabo akasiwe emaqiniso nekwekuthi ke Mamba sengigcina akangibuti ukuthi ngingabuya indla ngitokhuluma impendulo yami ithi #ngingabuya sitokhuluma sakhe nje live futhi ke ungabiti mine kuphela nalabanye bede batokhuluma sitokhona ukuthi nasiye ekhethweni sitokwakha uhulumende wethu ngalendlela lesasystem akhangawo ngaye kube sekahle nasihamba siya ku dialogue ude nawo uphethe kwakho ku dialogue ngoba kuyathathwa kubhalwa ilist saba ne-NDS angathi noma usayikhumbula National Development Strategy kude bekangekho lapho ngikhumbula kwakunemngane nami aku NNLC angiwathi noma yadinde inhlangano le kanje inhlangano abathi NNLC lapha isekhona noma bang5 isekhona so bengicabanga ke ukuthi asambeni siye ekhethweni asambeni siye ku dialogue asihloniphaneni asisubulalana ngifuna nje ukugcina ngaloko ngaphandle nakunembuzo loshisako lophuma internationally ungivale sengawo nakuthi ungiyekele ngihambe ngiyolala ngiyem17 kusasa ngi70 imali ya #uhola kwabogogo
enhlane manje sengilahlekelwe lapha ngilahlekelwe ngiso stream sethu la bafana bake singale bathi ba streama ngalapha ke phambi ngalapha sekungilahlekele bekunembuzo leminingi beyivela kubantu lapha bakhona ke noko vele laba lokhanya ukuthi abayibude ngenhlonipho labakhuluma nje babawushona nawe ukuthi umfuna ngabe kusho ukuthi mhlamba akasati awuthini bese sowufaka inhlamba
angikuside lapho mama kungabokuhlupha umuntu lokwethuka ngilongadi ukuthi utawuthini so ngicabanga ukuthi sikubuke lokho bantu labafuna ukukhuluma emaqiniso ukhona nje lomunye lo bengikhuluma naye the whole week so lesikhuluma kahle ngiyabona ukuthi uchitha isikhathi sewude la ngakusho kanti mina I'm trying to educate umfundisi nje ukuthi kuhamba njani kepha ke laba sethuka ngemafutha ekufundisa abantu ngemafutha okuba ku public service
ukhona lo silapha nhlane kuqala lukhetho noma dialogue
no ngaphendula kokubili kuyasebenza lukhetho is constitutional kusemthethweni ungeke bese uthi usuyakujikisa ungakajikisi lo mthetho lothi mhla sikhanuka siyabohlisa ilumisa nje ukhetho
noma kanjani bathi ke labanye wayishila iNNLC bathi wayishila iNNLC wena
I think kune misconception you see bantu bababhaceke nje ku NNLC kwakuna aben prime minister Obed Dlamini he became a friend ngoba ngam inheritor from my brother bekang head teacher Eswatini National High bonke laba lenganginabo ngijwayelene nabo angisiyo omniphathi angikhanuki nje futhi nasobutamine personal angizange ngibe kulapho akahamba ufuna ikhadi lona tokutshengisa ukuthi ngoba now imember yenu for uba nelikhadi lakhona so akasukhuluma nje futhi ke noma akhona emaphathi they are not my cup of tea personally. But I talk to them and I like them because you know they are human beings like me.
Konzaba leso ipokubuya lapha nhlana indzaba emgwaqo la uhlala khona wena iyabuya mbambanyalo ubalile wabala yonke indlela kanti nami ngase ngayibuda kuqala.
Yeah, cha sikhuluma yona leyo ndzaba leyo kunemigwaqo uyaphela umgwaqo wesicunusa Nhlangano.
Yeah.
Kunema program lasuka lapho kwayile ngoba singeke sisuke sithi mfe konke lemgwaqo futhi ke ngasho wona ukuthi I'm not selfish ukuthi ngidatha akwendliwe mina akubekwe ngalanga kimi kuphela ngiyathi ukuthi sibanenge nakhona nebekhubutha nasuke siphofaneni wendlule ekhubutha ushaye umthambama namavukuthi ofika kahlathi ngitsala lo mgwaqo lo kwakuhamba emabhasi abosondulo kusangafikwa khona kepha kuyiwa khona. Rome was not built in a day sengiyakufundzisa
manje nhlana uyathi ukuthi isikhathi esiningi nakubekwa umuntu wasekhaya nethemba yathi sekutaba nehluko lamanga wena
ngathi kahle
manje ke baba sekwenteke akusikona kuwe kuphela umgwaqo wasemankayane nje hamba uphuma emahlangatsha kube na two prime minister lapho solunjalo lo mgwaqo nanga umgwaqo ngiyabona nale kuwe akusiwe wedwana oqala kuze kuna chief justice futhi lapha kuwe nikanye lapha nisinanihleli phasi nithi nihambephi nize niyofika lapha ekhaya.
Yeah, lo singakwenta lapho ukuthi singawenta umgwaqo emankaya nesiyowenta lo wakithi lo esicunusa la kuhamba khona ema trucks la nebusiness kwanyalo ema trucks lethwala le Themba banikise factory so nalena asikabeke emuva ku program ya hulumende but hulumende ngeke avuke ekuseni athi yonke imigwaqo yotharishwa manje. No, but kuna kude umnyaka lo wentekile kungenamgwaqo a major road lwentiwa so laba bangakithi hawo abeve sesisedudane asisekho khashana kulo mgwaqo lo sesisedudane.
Sithi isimemethelo sakho ngama elections
sithi #siyaya sisho njalo
#siyaya
siyaya kepha ke lokumcoka ngokuthi iEBC ngiyo lesebenta leto ndzaba le mebengininika nje kunikhumbuta ngelungelo lenu lekhetha neobligation yenu yokhetha nekwekuthi nawe uyokhetha ungabe sothi nase sikhuluma ngemgwaqo lesikhuluma ngayo ukuthi ayikafakwa ngani emgwaqo lana ukayokhetha lo muntu lofuneka ayoyikhulumisa eParliament indaba emgwaqo ngoba indaba emgwaqo ikhulunyiswe eParliament.
Sengiconze nawe ngqoke enhlane nyalo
kodwa ke
uyalungelela ukhetho
awu Ndolini sitawubona khona ngete ngasho nyalo kepha ufika lena nanihleti la phansi esihlahla bathi sikhethana indothana uyavuma yini ngithi nami awu ngiyavuma bese kuthiwa sukuma umestikini sekuyabalwa 1 2 3 4 to 15 cha bamkhetha kwanyalo ngizangaqala icampaign ngiyawucampaigna mhlaba ngisukumisa bakithi kulawuba
enhlane sikubonile uyu family man sabona unemisebenzi eminingi lapha ekhaya usushaya nasigulumba vele yinto ithandzako nje wena what is your hobby as the deputy prime minister?
Public service. Ngiyalima ekhaya lingishayele nje nyalo ngikhala nyembeti anginokuya nje kulawuba ngoba kubile emasimini ndabe ngikhukhubele ngala ngithanda kulima ngithanda nje ke nokuthi ekhaya ihlobo siyatatisa kakhulu lekhaya ihlobo ngiyabona na ungakufike ungamangala ungathi kusemphakathi kanzi nje ngithi nje sisuke siphelele lekhaya sisonke so I like farming but more crop farming than tingomo ngoba ngiyangibambelela ingomo nangilima ummbila uyakhona sinakumesala ukwathi lapha egeyidini ngisithelele ummbila nasifuna ummbila nabe kunemabhontshisi ngisithelele. So that is my lokho ngiya-enjoya on a regular basis.
Ekhaya abantwana bangakhi nje batukulu bangakhi kume njani nje enhlana?
Awubabali ke labo ngoba thine kunje la ukhona sasingu-5 sibafana. So I don't want to discriminate ukuthi lona wami lona siye wawo.
Ngivakahle.
So akwentiwa lokho bonke lobakhanza la khaya bami.
Yebo mhlawumbe.
Noma ngiya kube esikolweni yoba bami nebatukulu bami, because once you start discriminating you hurt them kakhulu la labangenabo bo biological. So you need to be sensitive, let everybody enjoy. So leyo angiyiphendula uyayibona obituary.
Noma kanjani nhlana? Cha Dr. Bafokazana ngicela uvalelise nhlana.
Siyabonga kakhulu ngale ngibonge wena CNN wakithi bese ngibonga nje eMaswati ukuthi alalele nakhona la lafuna ukubuta eMaswati akhululeke. Angashayela nakhona la kule station, angashayela nasehhovisi lofuna ukubuta ungesabi nokuthi ude ufune ukukhuluma nami. Anginanza uyiphathi awusiphathi uyini umuntu lophila kuleli veleli. I'm there to serve. Ingosi ingithume kona la ngikhona khona ku-public service. So siyabonga kakhulu nilale kahle Maswati lamahle.
Asibonga kakhulu nebenkosi lenhle nathi ukuthi nihlale nathi khona la. Kokuqala ngibonge wena Nhlane ukuthi empeleni isigaba sakho sikhulu kakhulu kodwa nje ngicala mina bekunene lapha na uya emshini omdzala kube lula kangaka kuze uyongena khona bonke abantu ba friendly uze uyongena office yakhe umuntu omdzala ufika uhlale nawe uTV ngathi somkhulu naso ulapha kaNhlane bese khashana nina lapha ngithi khanze khona nami ngisengicishe ngideputy prime minister Nhlane esibonga nabanye futhi ungajinga wende sona leso Nhlane empeleni mina ngisuka nawe ekhashane awukase sontshintje solo wabanjena nje angathi mhlambe ngiliphi lelanga lapha ngiyakukhanza khona mhlambe ulwa noma uthetha zange sengeke ngikubone lokho kodwa nje mhlambe kodwa sesise kakhulu isikhathi ngase ngeke ngabona siyabonga kakhulu Nhlane
sibongele kakhulu
khanya semhlanje sibephethe kabi so ngone namhla sifuna kusibona sonke sibisayo ngwenyama sikhona Channel Yemaswati uyasibona sonke speech then bese soyatendele analysis yakho ukuthi ngabe mbamba uthi mina lengikwentile nje bengifuna unikhombisa ukuthi nayi inkosi iyakhuluma ngase ngicela yena Nhlane ngoba la ngiassume sosibone sonke ukuthi icomment yakhe ithini bekungako ngoba ngeke ngase ngasifaka sonke bekunene mhlambe ngabe solo silalele sona nakulesikhasanya lo sikolise kakhulu lo hlangothi lolo lapha ke studio nebenkosi lenhle sibambisene nabo lapha bo longena sibambele kahle hle ngicebile wakantshanga semshalowa lo lapha ku mixing console yethu bese sekuthi lo munye lo ngene asibambele emjini laphinde futhi abambe ama graphics ngujulisa wakamamba ukhona la Mdzebele Mshalowa nebenkosi lenhle naye ukhona Mshalowa ama graphics bese soba khona nagcina waka wakamadonsela nebenkosi lenhle yangibalekela sibongisana lija naye ukhona khona Mshalo ebekunene ukhona lapha Gary wa Carlos lo khona eTinzabeni bekunene bese uba khona lapha Chico wakankhambune benkosi lenhle lesinayi lapha ku floor sethembe nebenkosi lenhle sinijabulile kuba na sethembe sinasevile litako ngesikhathi esifana endabeni nathi apho sikhona people and places Qhawe Mamba nisale kahle
ayithi wena wabhuza kwezinde masibekela mgungudu weinbondo ziphumule enjeni ngabe enkomeni izisabani wawulila ngaphesheya kenvulo khombe eMaswati wawulila ngaphesheya kenvulo khombe abalondolozi siguduza kumnyama kuhlule sigidigidi sakamaphobane Mswati ungiphiqile ngisho ngalesikhulu lesimnyama engane sibashisile abakhwetele ndase eBloni ngalozithakala ngqabani namale mahlele sikhwahlende kamlumbi engane usibonile leso sikhuni uthi sakathi jikijele kangwane sangamlanzele edinyaweni kwasha iningizimu Afrika yongana kwayikwethuka sigodlo kaZulu kwakhangela emankengane kwakhetha umthandayo kwayikwethuka eMandebele nemaqhusa Mswati usimanga ingane ulidvala libhlophe libusheleleti luna kalisote lanyathela amahalinyane Mswati ungiphiqile ngisho kale ngoletsheni kababe kangwane kamhlokotla ingane ihlelela ugodlweni tayihleka tinyoni tayihleka netaka amabhela kalanga Mswati usimanga ngisho kale ngungule emnyama lembese umthimba ingani kube embese mina mfokazana bekuyosana emambala ngithukumele Mswati ngiphikile ingani uthebe lapho sebakuqambele mangamsakanzaba wemana ngemambala ngeliqiniso lebe mangalo nabokhokho bakho emandulo naleli live lakho Mswati liyadungutela bona bakangwane sebayakubiza bayakulayeza ingani live lakho Mswati selingenele emambukane mahalinyane bathi kuphi emsakanzaba nalla kangwane lemunga kubalela kuthathwa ngisho esikoleni eNgilandi ingane ofuna lathi loludzala kubantu basemandulo anike khandlela saleni mngilizelela njengenkomo